a nice lady who has come forward to tell a hard story that's uncorroborated.
It's hard to pursue an allegation when there's no physical proof.
The distinction between being believed and having enough evidence to press charges, those are two separate things.
Mesa Police Detective Nick Rasheta worked in the Sex Crimes Division 5 years investigating hundreds of cases.
With an older case, if you have someone making a disclosure and someone denying that disclosure, there's not a lot to work with at that point.
Sadly, that's the reality and majority of sex abuse investigations. Statistics show most victims wait 7 to 15 years to tell someone. Rasheta says about half his cases were delayed disclosures.
It's hard to move forward in some cases where all we have is memory.
And of those cases, only about a third ever got forwarded to prosecutors for criminal charges, and from there, only a third of those cases ever made it to trial.
I had a case that involved a delayed disclosure, a victim that said something happened a long time ago. I was able to do some research on the person. I found that there were multiple victims that had come forward in different jurisdictions.
That was one of his less than a dozen convictions for abuse that happened years or decades earlier. Rasheta says while not all victims will get justice, it's important to come forward because your disclosure could be someone else's corroboration.
Every person's disclosure that didn't work alone worked together, and we're able to close multiple incidents, multiple victims into one case.
Survivors United!
He says the Me Too movement is healthy, encouraging victims to come out of the shadows, and harmful because it appears to be swaying the court of public opinion to the default that sex abuse suspects are guilty until proven innocent.
Whether you're innocent or people believe you're innocent and you are guilty, or you're guilty and people believe you're innocent, both of those are harmful.
His biggest takeaway for any victim: confide in someone. Write about it in your journal. All that can be evidence, even if it takes years for you to report it to police.
This is one of those mementos I received from a victim.
And remember, your justice might not come from the courts, but in protecting other victims.
Yeah, it's just a reminder that some stories do have happy endings.
Nicole Kreitz for Arizona's Family.